Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That was about it.
And lunch.
PE and
I was ready for lunch.
That has stayed true to form.
Sean Watson, another step back, which I will say a lot of his problem that O-line. 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Good.
He's going to be back like when Big came back to the league after the dog hit.
Yes.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Welcome back to Benchwarmers Basement Banter. We are back here.
With a special
special
fall episode.
Very special.
We are bringing back
The man, the myth, the legend. Woody's back. Harvest is over.
That's right. Thank God, too. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually missed you guys this much. It's great. And I'm
we
gonna
haven't
tell
really
you
missed
what.
you that much, but it's been
I-
it's been a struggle to fill episodes without you.
Yes.
Well, I do talk a lot. My wife said the same thing. She's like, the house has been quiet without you. And I was like, I don't know. That's a missing me, a compliment?
Well, whatever.
That's kind of concerning, but yeah,
Is
I'm
that
back.
positive
And
or a negative?
I'll tell you what, I've had a lot of thoughts too, sitting around in the combine, tractor. It's like a lot of sports thoughts.
All right. Well, before we get to the
See if I
thoughts,
remember some of it. It's
make
good.
sure to follow us on YouTube. Give us a subscribe, like, comment. Go to TikTok. We every time we go live, we get like 15 followers. We've been getting 300 comments or so in our lives with fantasy football. They've been popping off.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram. We got a Facebook page. We got a Twitter page. I had a funny tweet the other day, but it didn't really go anywhere. But I thought it was funny.
Those that
don't
do,
get it. They
those
just
that do
jealous.
hop in on our TikTok fantasy football discussions, we may have a new person on those.
Yes.
coming up sometime,
Possibly.
too.
Yes.
I don't know if that'll be a gain or a loss on that one, but I can throw 2 cents in there.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, you're finally looking like a playoff team. in our
I'm
You
fantasy
are.
league,
over
so-
500.
Yeah.
You
There we
are.
go.
You're
I am,
third,
man.
I think, now.
I am third.
Yes.
Yeah, we came from last place.
I believe that I'm in
Those some
fourth now.
ashes.
You
We're
are.
all just kinda-
1, 2, or
2, 3,
second,
4.
2, 3,
And then
4.
There we go.
Nixon.
That's pretty.
I have the same record as him, though. so.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna get him.
Yeah.
Come playoff time.
I did beat him. I beat him
So
twice
there
in
you
the
go.
same
See?
week. So
Is this like you get home field then? Like
I don't know. I don't know.
If only I mattered for fantasy, but bragging rights.
We also have Discord server. If you want to pop into that, hop in there, ask us questions. We can get to them during the day or whenever. So
Send us either a message on YouTube or TikTok to get a Discord link, because right now that is a 7-day expiring link.
Yeah.
So
we don't
We're
always
still working on
remember.
that.
We don't remember to update it.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just like the audience. I'm learning as we go. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
this
don't-
sounds cool, guys.
we don't
Alright.
expect
Very
you to know.
Very
So
cool, yeah. So, is there anything else on the PR stuff? Like,
no,
you guys
we're
getting
gonna
us
start
down
off
going.
and we're gonna talk MLB.
Yeah.
I will say there is a new
oh, yeah,
decoration
check that out.
here.
Yes.
Somebody
I had
rubbing elbows, right?
I had an opportunity to play golf with Al Hrabowski. I played the back nine at Annbriar at Waterloo with Al, me and my uncle and so his friend, my cousin.
Oh yeah,
it was
hey, if
great.
You're out there, thanks for the invite.
His dad was there too. I forgot
Really
Woody.
appreciate that one.
Big Woody was there too.
I
So
don't blame you.
it was awesome. Got to hear a bunch of great stories. Literally could listen to him talk all night long. Super guy. We kept telling him thank you. And he's like, no, thank you guys for he's like, I would, didn't know what to expect, but you guys have been awesome. I look forward to this, and it was great.
So he's one of those rare guys.
Oh,
Like,
he was
is who
he
on
was
TV. Like, he's a real
absolutely
person.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely amazing. Could not
One
say
of
more.
us. One
So,
of us.
As he's leaving, I said, "Hey, we got a sports podcast. Let's
Yeah.
get this autograph to us." So he signed a scorecard.
And even
so.
the Matt Hungarian on
Yes,
there. I was
yes.
looking at it, I was like, this is freaking legit. Like, so yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
The shout out, the support, everybody on here, the support. It's been great. So
Yeah.
we're kind of living a dream. We really are.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I guess enough of the nostalgia. We'll jump into baseball.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is great. The Dodgers won in the World Series. What a surprise.
Yeah.
So, we
I'm sure
had
nobody predicted that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. But,
Well,
yeah, I'm back with my hair off the wall predictions. So,
But Johnny
you know.
had surgery today.
He did.
Yeah, he was with. I'd say broken shoulder. Was it?
Torn labrum.
Torn
yeah,
labrum.
that's basically it.
Woody, I was gonna say, looking at your predictions. I mean, look at your
Did not
pick'em.
go great.
Look at
We don't need to talk about
look at
that
your
on here.
NFL pick'ems.
It's all right. I'm refocused. Harvest is over.
We also do a pick'em show
Oh, yeah, I
weekly.
forgot about that.
So
Pick'em,
plug that.
fantasy.
We upload
Football's
that
big for us.
Thursday. Every
for us.
Thursday, pick'em, and you guys follow the Oracle.
Yeah.
That man, There's a reason we call him that.
Actually, you could follow me and pick the opposite of me. And you'd
That would work too, honestly. Yeah,
Fade Woody.
that might be
that
more
would be pretty good. That might.
Yeah. I think
be
I'm
close.
Like 20 games back. So
Yeah,
it's not pretty.
we do have a really good second and third between you
Yeah.
and myself. So
I'll stick
Both
to
hanging around
fantasy.
500 as we should be. You
Yep.
know, that's-
that's
Well, I found out, I was thinking about this today, which not to go too far in depth on this, but I'm like, my gosh, if we would have done, forget the spread, like money lines, I was looking through it, was like, this makes me sick. How many I've missed by 1 or 2 points? This is stupid. Like the Titans, for example, 3.5 points. They won by 3, thanks to Drake May last second bull chump touchdown. Good job, buddy. So it's for my daughter there. We don't use bad words, so. But anyway, yeah, back to the, I'm sorry.
yeah.
back
We're
to
done
this,
plugging
yeah.
stuff. Let's talk actually baseball.
Freddie Freeman too. I was
Freddie
just blown away
Freeman.
by him, man.
I was gonna say he did his best Gibson impression,
Gibson.
but he did it better.
He did times 4.
Yeah,
he
he
homered
did.
the first 4 games, I believe.
Yes.
And actually, if you go back to his Braves career, 6 straight World Series games, the home run. I'm like,
What a clutch beast.
Here's my thing: is like when I was watching that game 1, or I think game 1 where he hit the walk-off grand slam.
Mm-hmm.
They walked Mookie Betts to get to him, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, how good does your lineup have to be
Yes.
to where you're
Yeah.
walking the bases loaded for a 2-time MVP?
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. It's like pick your poison. I mean, you're just who do you want to serve the meatball up to? I guess.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
they're
there's no
counting
good
bets.
choice.
No, there's not. But yeah, it was off lefty. Was that the game they brought in Nestor Cortez?
Yes,
For
yes.
Freeman, and yeah, I mean, I get the lefty on lefty, but in this
Bo-
instance, I'm like, it's
Boone-
very- it doesn't matter.
Boone pulled
It's
the
just bat up in the air.
Matheny
Yeah, well,
Matheny Walker thing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that don't work.
Well, yeah, it's funny you bring that up because that reminds me of David Ortiz against us in 13. It's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Yes.
don't, I mean, especially don't walk to get to him.
Yeah.
But gosh dang, maybe they're thinking the injury card. But back to him. Okay, he hurt his ankle into the regular season. Knew about that.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing effort against Padres come in and play. I did not know how beat up he was the rib strain.
Yeah.
Intercostal rib strain.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
basically like barely able to walk most
Yeah.
of the playoffs.
Did you see that talking to his dad?
he
Didn't
pulled
want
a
him to play?
hockey player is what he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
That's what he did.
Well, I was looking into it. This is something that keeps players out for.
I don't know if it's quite as much as the Matthew Tkachuk there a few years ago, but
Oh my god, he played with broken ribs
Yeah.
playing hockey. That's just well,
they
medically not safe.
literally had to get him up so he could
Yeah.
get into skates, and then just
Pick him up, put him
then
on the
just push
ice.
him out there.
Here, go hit somebody. Go down, we'll come get you. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. But I think hockey players are a different animal.
Yes.
they really are. A little crazy. It's cool.
A little.
But yeah, this was crazy. I mean, I saw that his dad told him like, don't play. Like, you know, you could be there next year. He's like, no, I'm a gamer. Amazing. Mad respect to the guy. I
Oh
really do.
yeah,
Like,
he one
I
of
don't
the
know if they
most.
won that series without him. He
Yeah.
had a home run in each of the first 4 games, I believe.
that and the Yankees' terrible defense in the last game helped too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They kind of self-imploded.
That was Aaron Judge's first error in center field. in his
Was it
career.
really?
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He'd
He
made a
picked
couple in left and he made a couple in right,
But
but
not in
he
center?
never made an error in center
He
field.
picked a heck of a time to do it too.
Mhm.
On a routine
He actually
fly
went,
ball. Yeah.
He actually went the entire 2024 season without an error.
Wow. Well, like I said, that's rough, and that does not bode well with the narrative on him not being a postseason performer. Like, I'm always like, guys, the studs, it's a small sample size. Oh boy, he didn't put that to bed though. This postseason, he
Yeah,
really struggled. The
he
strikeouts,
did.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get into this later when we talk about our free agent predictions. But we'll see where the Yankees go from here. Like, it's tough to make it that far, and to bring the band back. And you know, there's a lot of
Well,
rumors too.
they got a big fish that's going to be a free
They do.
agent
That's gonna
there.
be number one when we
Yeah.
get to that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, good for the Dodgers. I will say, like, I was not happy for them because I'm not an LA guy. Obviously, won't go into that. I do like Dave Roberts, their manager.
Yes.
And I think he's gotten through the years a bad rep for, you know, they did win the World Series in 2020, but that was a COVID year. Everybody's like, oh, it doesn't count. Well, no, everybody played it in the same game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, it still counts to me.
Hey.
Yeah.
Disney World Series doesn't count.
I still say it counts, but you know.
You know, they beat the other 31 teams.
Yes.
It counts.
And it does keep the streak alive. This is the 5th consecutive year in a row that someone named Will Smith has won a World Series.
Yes, I seen that. I seen that.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And the other Will Smith, how many different teams was that on? Because
He was the last 3 in a row, the other
Yeah.
Will Smith. And
Yeah.
then this Will Smith won it back in 2019.
Yep.
Oh my gosh! So he was Astros, Braves,
And no
Rangers.
Yep.
comedians was slapped.
That's good stuff. Right there. No comedians are slapped in the making of this World Series.
Yes.
There you go. So,
That's Aaron Rodgers' fun fact of the day.
There you go. Oh, you that isn't the only one. You got more. I know you.
Oh yeah, there'll be more to come. It's great. So,
For me on the Dodgers, I'll say back on Freddie Freeman. First off, one of the most likable guys in Major League Baseball by far.
Absolutely.
Anything you see on him, just walking around the Halloween thing where the guy he sees the kid dressed up, he's like, "Hey, you're me. Let's take a picture." Just super great guy. Tommy Edmond also super great guy.
Yes, I wanted to get
Very
Love to
happy.
see Tommy
Lo-
get his.
yes,
I love
very
that. I
happy
love
for
that.
him to get one.
Yeah, I was thrilled. The other Cardinal, I don't really care about Flaherty getting one, but you know what? He
Kind of got blown up in his start.
He had one decent.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
back.
he
you're right.
started game one, right?
Game one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty decent.
Yeah, and they won that one. Then he got blown up. It was game 4. Is that
Yes.
right? The one
He
they
didn't get
lost,
the
yeah.
win either. But
No, he
yeah.
didn't.
No.
No, he didn't start game 4. Someone else did.
Or was it game 5?
He started the clinch
You're
game.
right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It was game 5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
game 5 because they were down 5-0 before that
Yep.
happened.
Yes.
So it is cool for Edmund, and that is one thing on that trade too. I don't want the Cardinals crucified over that one.
No,
Someone
no,
here.
no, no.
That made sense. And this crap.
It
about
still
how-
makes sense. It
Yeah.
still makes sense,
And I was
guys.
reading all this stuff on the St. Louis fan pages. How look at this, he goes to the Dodgers, and look what he's done. I'm like, hey guys,
It's the
he was good.
Dodgers.
Also, he was good here.
He was good here.
He was good
Yeah.
here. This is
We-
what
we-
that. Yeah.
Hey guys, guess what? Brendan Donovan does the same exact thing
Exactly. Yeah. I was like,
at
this one
cheaper,
doesn't.
at
As much-
cheaper,
Yeah.
and we got Fetty. He's still a
Who's-
controllable pitcher.
It wasn't his fault the team imploded there
No.
at the end. He wasn't great. He was kind of what you thought he's going to be, and he's going to be a rotation piece this next year.
Yeah.
It was fine. Good for Tommy. He
Yes,
played great. And oh my
great.
gosh, like you said, it's on the Dodgers. Look at the lineup he was in.
Yeah.
You know?
He's
What do you-
protected whoever he's hitting behind.
Well, there's guys on base every time he's up.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
definitely
And he
helps.
doesn't need to be protected either.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He's a very good player. Good for him. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, for it to be LA, I was like, there's some good storylines here.
There is, and honestly, glad Shohei gets one too.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And
As great as he is, he deserves one.
Yeah, he does. And what's scary is all the injuries they had this year pitching, and they still won the World Series. I'm like,
Yeah.
they had no Tani. They had no Glass now. Missed a lot of Yamamoto through the year.
Yes.
Do you
Holy
think
crap.
that shoulder injury actually makes Otani out pitching again next year?
No. That was his left
It's
shoulder.
left
correct?
shoulder. That's right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, even if it was his
they said
right,
he'd be ready for spring training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
even if it was his right, I'm not doubting this.
Oh yeah, you can't
I'm
now.
really not.
Just
I
don't
mean,
doubt Otani.
They pop his shoulder back in, he's fine. Like, no, I'm not. I'm done on that. He's amazing. So he might hit 50 homers, go 50-50 again, and win the Cy Young. I have no idea.
oh my
but
gosh, imagine.
it could happen. But yeah, I think the Dodgers like this. You never know in baseball. There's so many times like the Cubs in 16. You're like, oh crap. It's a
Yeah,
dynasty.
that's gonna be a dynasty, and then
Yeah.
It fell
was it
apart fast.
3 years later? It was gone.
It was gone. Yeah,
Just
the whole
gone.
core. Like
Yeah.
they were. I mean, they were down. No, even Bryant Rizzo gone.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a little different because, gosh dang, it's the Dodgers with the money they've got,
Mm-hmm.
the term on them. But that being said, when it comes to postseason, you never know
Yeah.
what can happen. So, I mean, yeah, on paper, it's like, holy crap, they could win this 2-3 years. But
Mm-hmm.
you never know.
How
We'll
many
see
more
where it
years
goes.
is before Otani's money starts kicking in? Can they still add more to that team?
Well, I think he's retired when it
Yeah,
kicks
I
in,
think-
so that's a
Yeah.
problem.
I think I seen something where it was gonna be like 20, 38,
yeah.
and then they were
Right.
still paying. They would still be paying Otani, Betts, and Freeman.
Yeah,
Oof.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, let me answer your question this way. They
better
are in
win
the
a lot
market
now.
for Soto. So is that going to
Yeah,
happen
of
next
course
year?
they are.
No. I literally think the top 5 or 6 free agents, they've came up. As one
They're
of the top
going to
5
offer
things.
to
It's
pay
like,
Soto's kids.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
And-
They're like, hey, 2040, you want to own part
And
of
they're-
this beach in LA? Like, you know, Magic Johnson, you want a stake in the Lakers? Like, there you go. So it's LA.
They're gonna be looking at trades too. So
They are. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It is. So it's scary. We'll see what happens. My thing is, I just hope someone beats them in the postseason because they're going to be there.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
going to be there.
yeah,
Or Clayton Kershaw pitches in the postseason. Then they might lose because of that. So, you
That's
know,
fair. That's fair. That,
That's
honestly,
another
is
one.
Probably a good reason that he wasn't available.
You just keep throwing those beer bottles out, buddy. You don't worry about throwing with your lefty arm. So anyway, I think with that, you guys want to take a
Yep,
break,
we'll
and
take
then
a
we'll
break.
jump right back into our off-season predictions.
Yep.
Sounds great.
All right. And we are back.
welcome back.
Yeah, and you know, we were talking about the Dodgers, great baseball teams and all, so we might as well just flip a 180 and talk about the Cardinals, right? That's fun there. That's our local audience here, so
Yeah, we know everyone loves them, but I don't know how much we love them right now.
it's a struggle. It really is. So, you know, we've discussed
Most
many
of us were not
times.
rebuilding though.
Yeah, I believe everything
He
they
didn't,
says,
use,
right?
he didn't use the term rebuild.
Of course not. We're rebranding, and it's also, you know,
Back to the Obrowski thing, we'll just say he says Mo has a lot of yes man.
yeah.
a lot of them, and that's an issue.
I agree with
Oh,
that.
wow, did not hold back. I like it.
Good. That's what we were talking earlier. He's a real person.
Yeah.
He says what he believes on his mind. I respect the heck out of that. I really do. So let Al run this thing. That'd be
Honestly, yeah.
great. You just had a blow up outing. Go to minors. Like that.
Yep.
Would be it. He's like, this is a results oriented business. Here we go. So the Cardinals, they ended up 83-79, missed the playoffs second straight year. To me, when I looked at the record, I was like, didn't seem like it was that good. You
No.
guys kind of feel the same way? Like,
There was a
though.
time they were really good, though.
Yeah.
yeah, around the trade deadline, but
Yeah.
after that, I feel like
After the All-Star break, they had a pretty bad slide.
Yes.
After, which honestly, we discussed earlier trade we all liked, and then things just didn't pan out.
Yep.
Fetty's fault. Like, just stuff fell apart. And I don't know. I was just surprised looking at this. I was like, man, and maybe that's the Cardinal fan in me being, kind of baby through the years that I see 83 wins. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, and they're really rough April. If they didn't have that really
Yeah,
bad
that's
April,
true.
they probably are a 90-win game.
Yeah, they kind of bookended it bad. I guess
Yes,
you'd
they
say,
did.
And we're pretty good through the middle. So, but that being said, they missed the playoffs again, and they've been talking budget cuts, because apparently, forget all that stuff north of the ballpark that they built. The Wits don't have any money.
No,
poor
as,
guys.
as I've said before, oh gosh, he's got to take out his Maserati and not his Lambo.
They're hitting up Goodwill, right? That's
Yeah.
what they're doing now. So, I don't mean to be too pessimistic. I don't buy 90% of the stuff they're saying right now, and they've been a good ownership group through the years. Not going to discredit that, but this saying that they have to cut the payroll and all this because they want They want to restructure the spending. Is that correct?
Yes.
Focus more on the minors' development, which I agree with that, but not that they have to take from the major league payroll to do that.
Yeah, I believe that their terms, like, they wanted to restructure the internal management.
yeah, they're
They basically just like, we're going to strip out all the coaching staff and start over.
yeah. We want to hire
Which I don't
smarter
hate
guys.
that. I
No.
don't hate that.
I don't either, but I hate that being a scapegoat for cutting payroll.
Exactly. It's
I
like,
don't-
okay, yeah, we're going to blame that by, having
Yeah.
coaches that were ultimately going to be probably playing less.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
kind of like call a spade a spade. Be like, you know what? We stunk. We put a subpar product on the field. Less fans came.
Attendances weren't
and-
as good as we hoped.
Exactly. That's it. That's kind of what it was. So,
Yeah.
that being said, okay, we'll play by their rules here. Oh, the other thing I wasn't happy about was they said they wanted to spend that money on the ballpark in Jupiter. And I looked into it a little bit. I was like, okay, you guys are getting X amount of taxpayer dollars down there. Also, they still share Roger Dean with the Marlins.
Yes.
They got money from it. Both teams got money from it. And I'm like, that got failed to be mentioned there,
Yeah, it's almost like they kind of hide some stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's a PR stunt, and I
Yeah.
think they need a better PR team.
Everybody that watched that last press conference, I think, was thinking the same thing.
It was bad. and
It
the
was
arrogance-
bad.
The arrogance
Yeah.
from Mo and all them and talking about the track record. I'm like, I do appreciate that we've had a good, run. The World Series, but that was back in 11. Like, you know what? We're setting our standards different now, and I don't like that. I don't.
I still say everything changed when they built Ballpark Village.
Ballpark
Village, Oscar Tavares, everything changed.
That did hurt.
Those-
Yeah, something you couldn't help. Can't blame them for that. But that being said, they've made a lot of wrong since then. So we'll play by their parameters here, okay? For this little exercise,
Okay.
doing a cut payroll. I'm like, all right. As my kid says, hold my baba and watch this, okay? I've been thinking about this out in the combine for a while, and I'm like, all right, who are we paying? Like, we're paying. All right, Goldie's gone. Okay, let's
Yep.
start with
Yep.
that. You guys agree? Goldie's
Goldie's
gone.
gone.
They've said it.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
make a lot of sense to bring him back.
It made
either.
no sense. I was glad they didn't because I was afraid they would. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh. And I respect him, so I don't mean to diss
I
him.
think Arenado's making high 20s, low 30s.
20, I think 30, but his actually gets lower. His contract
Yeah.
is as bad as people realize because he also has deferred money too at the end too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like Otani deferred money, but like 5 million, something like that.
exactly.
No one does. But anyway, okay, Goldie gone. They declined options on Lynn,
Yep.
on Gibby, and Middleton.
Yeah.
So, off the top of my head, we've already saved about $40 million in ballpark there, 50. But now, okay, you offset that with raises to Gray's. Or Gray's contract, Sonny Gray. His contract went from 10 million to, I believe, 30 this next year.
Yeah.
Some of that ballpark. And if you consider arbitration, we're actually down to just shedding 20 million or so right now. Okay. So I'm like, all right, you guys want to go this route? Let's really play ball here. Arenado, big contract. Gray, big contract. Contreras, big contract.
Yeah.
Michaelis. That's tough. Big contract.
Yeah.
Don't know what you do about that.
Nope.
And here's the other one. Oh, Matt's too. He falls in the same contract for me as Michaelis.
Yes.
You guys
Yeah.
think you can hardly move those guys? Like,
Michaelis or Matt's not a chance.
You can move them, but
can
you're
we
gonna have to
actually-
pay.
it might be a Mike League deal where you
Yeah.
eat it,
You-
a lot of money.
You
and
eat.
give up a
You're gonna have
prospect.
to. Yeah.
Can we please get like Steven Matz to pitch more than 2 games in a season?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
You know? Honestly, I'm to the point with him. It's only 1 year left. I'm like, forget starting him. Let's see what he can do in the pen as a dynamic lefty out of it.
At
He
least that
can't
is
start.
only 1 year, so
Yeah.
it's not that
It
doesn't hurt
is,
as
it
bad.
is. But those are the biggest contracts we've got. So I'm looking at the other one that I'm going to mention trading, and this kind of hurts, but I think we're kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
Ryan Helsley.
Yeah, he's gone. I
agree.
It makes no
Yeah.
sense. He's gonna go to arbitration if not, and he's
Oh,
gonna
he'll get a big
he's gonna
raise.
command a
When-
big raise.
And he deserves it.
He
When
does
you
deserve it.
see the type of hauls that people got at the deadline, like you said.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It'd be silly not to trade him because I mean,
Yeah.
you got 49 saves, I believe, on a team that only won 83 games.
Yeah, that's amazing ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I
His pure
think
stuff, too.
if they didn't have that pre-All-Star break where they was playing so good, I think he would have been gone then.
I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree 100%. I was kind of me and
I would have still been.
me and my buddies had to talk
fine
about
with it.
that. It's like, what could you get for him then? Like, we were looking at Baltimore. That's what I'm going to come back to here. But what was given, like you brought up San Diego, the trade for Tanner Scott, what they gave up, like 2 top 100 prospects. Amazing haul for half a year of him. Helsley, you had a year and a half.
Yeah,
Yep.
That'd been the time to do it, but
and
he's
he's
still.
Helsley.
He's
Yeah,
better.
He's better.
He's
hitting
top
triple digits.
5
He's
closer,
6'7".
being generous.
Oh, I
He's
think
better
he's
than
top
that.
3.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. So what I was going to say with him, I'm still looking at Baltimore here. And this, I don't know what you guys think about this. I really like Ryan Mountcastle. Now, he only has 2 years left of control, but he's a guy I would be intrigued to get him out of Baltimore. What sounds crazy, he's a guy that's hurt by them moving their left field wall back about 30, 40 feet. He's got some serious fly ball pop that's been kind of suppressed by that. He's got 2 more years left, but he's a guy I would kind of like to look at extending, and I don't think he'd have to pay out the butt for it. I really don't. Him, and I think you could get another, like a pitching prospect, like Cade Povich. He's a lefty. He's not a top 100 guy. He was a little bit after that. He has a control issue, but he's got strikeout stuff. And why I would like to do that, for one, I've seen him rumored to be moved by Baltimore. I don't know if 1 year left. I don't know that you could get like Heston Kjerstad. I don't know if you get Colby Mayo, like the guys that were rated really high.
Oh,
I
those are
would
both
love that.
top 5 prospects.
Yeah.
Well, they were, one point in time.
Yeah.
Mayo, I don't think you can get him. Basillo, they've got him too. I don't think they'll part with him. I could see them moving Mountcastle, and I like the right-handed bat here because I've looked at our roster. We're very left-handed heavy.
Yes,
Big
very.
time. You get him, I think he could be a 3-4 hitter for the future going forward. And way cheaper than what you're looking at if you'd extend Helsley, and way more useful right now.
Yeah.
Now, I know Burley, I kind of penciled him to play first, and that's where Mountcastle plays. They can both also play the outfield. So I will admit, you're sacrificing a little bit of defense. But
You also have DH.
exactly. You
Yeah.
have DH, you can move him around, put him in left. I mean, we've not seen the best left fielder play in the past anyway. So
Yeah.
I can deal with
We
that for the
had
bat.
Marcelo Ozuna.
We did. That wall on the stud. I mean,
Man,
my
we went
God.
from Holiday to
Good stuff.
Ozuna.
Yeah. So I think we'd be right in line there, guys.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
do. So what do you think? Crazy?
I like it.
Okay, I like that.
I
Like
mean,
it 2 thumbs up.
They've got the spare people to
Yeah.
Well,
talent.
that's the thing. Like they've got prospects. Mayo is who they could have at first. Like they could
Mm-hmm.
move him. They need a closer. We could use that bat. What's more vital, a closer on a subpar, non-contending team, or it could be your first baseman in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 28, 29, I believe, and I like his numbers under the hood. Like he's a good bat. He's a good bat. That was my first one. Okay. The others are more kind of okay, salary cutting. You know, I guess chalk moves there, but it's big. Okay, I'll start with Contreras before I get too crazy.
No, I
you guys
will.
turn me off.
Yeah, I will say I think Contreras could still get a good haul from
Do
the
you think
things.
so?
The things that I've read on Twitter about
Okay.
him, they say he is more valuable now than when he
I
was a
did
free
see that.
agent.
I see. I wondered that. What do you think they could get, like prospect wise?
That I don't know. I haven't looked that far ahead to really see.
Well-
Kind of not been thinking about it.
Yeah,
All
no,
the
I
way
get
other
you.
sports going on.
There's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Discuss it. I might be selling him short. I was looking at Houston for a destination.
I was actually thinking he's.
Are you really?
Yep.
All right, there we go. See, mano y mano here. I like it. I think Bregman's gone. We'll get to that in the free agency.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're like, okay, they already have Yonder Diaz. They have a catcher. Well, hold on. He's not a very good catcher for one thing.
No.
They can split time behind the dish, and also that first base spot. Who'd they have playing first base? Like John Singleton? Like
Yeah, it wasn't anybody.
there's a problem.
Because
there.
there was the rumors of Goldie going there.
Yeah, there was. There
and,
was.
and
he's still-
actually, yeah, that might
that-
actually happen.
That could happen. That could. So, I mean, the other thing is, which I'm not one to move players around like crazy, but hey, put Big Willie in left field and see if he's better than Jordan Alvarez out there. I mean, we got the Crawford boxes back there. Just play it off the wall, son. So, I had looked at Houston, and I was looking at Spencer Arrighetti. I think he's a very talented arm. He was top 100 prospect, tail end. very good strikeout stuff. Another one with the control issues, and I'm like, with our coaching staff, I don't have the most confidence in that.
No.
But I like his arm. He struck out about 11 per 9. Like, good stuff.
That's really
That's
good.
really good.
Very good. So he's who I'm looking at. I might be selling him short, though. There might be more they can get back. They don't have the best farm system, but there could be a fit there. So that's where I put him going. Save $18 million in the process. There you go, Mo. Looking out for you, buddy. DeWitt's, I'm sorry.
And then you can still pencil in Herrera as the catcher. And you don't lose much there. Honestly, you don't. With that-
Herrera, and
he-
Pages.
as far as hitting, you don't.
No, it's a wash.
I thought Herrera should have been playing a lot
Does
more as a
Contreras have
DH.
Down
one
the
more
stretch.
season on
Thank
that
you.
or two?
3. He has 3 more years,
Three
I believe,
more?
with
Okay.
us. Yeah, but it's salary's
Okay. I
not
thought it was a
terrible.
4-year and this is his third.
I thought
And
it was
it-
5. You might be right. There might be a player option that 5th
Yeah,
year. It
I
might
thought
be
it was
2
4
and a
for
player mutual option, possibly. So
There's also, I think it's Jimmy Snooks? Jimmy Snooks.
yes, Snooks or Crooks?
Crooks,
Double A catcher.
Crooks,
Yeah,
Crooks.
Jimmy Crooks at Double A. Actually, I'm glad you brought that point up. He's rated as the best defensive catcher in our system, and I think he was Texas League MVP too.
He
Yeah,
was
like
very
he-
good this
yeah,
last year.
North of 300, has some good pop.
And then there's still another catching prospect ahead of him, but
Yeah.
he's 18.
Yeah, exactly. He's at Peoria, I believe.
I don't even know if he's at Peoria.
May
yet.
not be, but we're flush. Maybe
Yeah.
Palm Beach. But
I think he's
mean,
Palm Beach.
Good Lord, guys, we're flush. Like
Yeah.
the catcher options are there. This is like a no-brainer to me. Expandable.
Yes. Yeah.
It's kind of as it's like
Yeah.
it didn't work here. So I was looking at that one.
I think it might have worked if he didn't get hurt so much this last
Possibly,
year. Yeah, he was our
possibly,
best player.
He was great. He really was. And
Yeah.
that's a good point. I don't know where we would have went if we still had him.
Yeah.
So we'll hit one more here for the break. I didn't mean, sorry guys, whole segment's Cardinals, but you know what? Hey,
Nah, that's
we're
what we're
doing
gonna
our
talk
job
about.
for 'em, right?
Yeah.
This is the one that there might be some pushback, a little crazy, and big shock. I've got the Dodgers sending Nato home, Gray with him.
great with him.
Yeah, with him. Realistically, you're going to have to eat a little salary on it probably, but I don't think a whole lot. And now this only happens if they miss out on like Soto. There's a lot of moving parts to this one. What do you guys think of Bobby Miller? If we get him back, they have a kid named Joseph De Paula. Probably butchered the heck out of that, but he is a top 50 prospect, lefty bat, power speed combo, gets on base. I really like this kid. So remember that name.
So we could have another JJ Weatherholt.
More power.
More power.
More power.
Probably
This
not.
guy-
Probably not as much as the average.
You're right.
Weatherholt gets on base.
This guy is actually cousins to, I think it's Stephon Marbury, NBA.
Wow.
Yeah, need to look him up. It was a
Okay, that is a crazy.
Saturday's the Thompsons,
Yeah.
but there is a connection to an NBA.
Well, the Thompsons, he already had his brother play.
Yeah,
so.
no, I mean the cousin. Like
Yeah,
they be
the
cousins.
cousins,
Yes,
okay.
his brothers played. So I think it's Marbury. I really think it is. But
Wow.
there's athletic genes there, and I really like this kid. This is a little far-fetched, I'm not going to lie. But I would be happy with that haul. You'd cut salary, and I hate to say this, but you take Nato out of our lineup, I don't think it's a whole lot different. If you move, it'll hurt a little.
It'll hurt a
Nato is
little,
still
but-
great. But for what you're paying him and for the direction we're going, I could deal with it.
Yeah, I'm
I think
I'm
we'd
at the
both go
point
there.
of just
Yeah.
letting Otto go because I don't think we're
I
doing
feel like
him
he was
well.
lied to at this
Right.
point. He was told
Yeah,
he was
we're
going
not-
to be on a contender,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we've
And I think
not
he
made the
thought we
playoffs
were,
with him.
though, because he opted
Yeah.
back in.
Yes.
And I think, this goes back to what I've been saying. It just didn't work.
No, it just
didn't
didn't.
work. But I think he would love to go home. He's going to a good team. Yeah, obviously,
Duh.
World Series contender. Duh. And the great thing might be the holdup because he has a he's a no trade clause. And I've heard with him, it's not so much winning as he likes his family, being in a good spot
Yeah.
and all, and likes the Midwest. So
Yeah.
I don't know. This is like a just
He,
half court shot.
I'll be honest, keeping Gray would not be the worst thing in my mind.
agree,
Out,
I
out of
agree.
everybody,
But to get these guys, I think.
yeah,
you got
yes, but out of everybody that we could get rid of, Gray,
Yeah.
we can never have enough pitching at this point.
I
even
agree.
if we're not
and,
going to be
and
contending.
it would be nice, like
whatever.
to have still the staff ace.
Yeah.
It would be. So.
Yeah.
How about we take a break?
Yes,
And,
yes,
take
we
a
do
break.
need to
Yeah.
take a break.
We'll come back and one more Cardinal trade, guys. One more.
Yeah.
Well, hello, and we are back for more Cardinals talk / witty craziness.
Well, I think we're going to a
fair.
little run over on that. I think we got one
We
more
did.
thing.
Oh, we
wanna
have
talk
one
One
about.
more Cardinals
One
talk
more
and
Cardinals.
then other MLB stuff.
And I think you guys have been on board so far. So I'm going to throw you a curveball and you're like, you're an idiot.
I take
for
that
me?
anyways.
I mean,
Irregardless.
with the beard, dude. The shoe fits you wear it, right?
Yeah.
So
That's right.
here's the last one I got. And we were discussing, no, we can't move Michaelis. And I'm like, maybe we can.
Oh, gosh. Here we go.
Are we trading for a lizard?
This is a two-step. Yes. Yes. We are. A snake. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Wrong one,
okay.
amphibious.
Okay.
We're going to call up an old friend here. No, bear with me. A snake.
Those are reptiles.
Forget that. This is why we talk sports.
We don't
and
need
not
to. We
animals.
don't need.
I'm
to,
not a zoologist.
yeah, we don't need to get in zoology. Okay.
Not a zoologist, guys. All
I
right.
thought he said like cousin or something.
We're going back here. I don't know if they're the same family or not. I don't do.
thought you said amphibious.
Dude, my wife is a vet tech. I farm. I run over these creatures in the field.
All right, we're getting.
But anyways,
we might have to
anyways.
do that. Okay, so here's what I'm.
No, I'm
this
keeping
is-
it in.
This is what. That is kind of funny. Woody doesn't know stuff on animals. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go out west. Old friend Monty. What do you think of a straight up Michaelis for Monty? And yes, we are taking on salary.
We both hate those contracts.
They're both terrible contracts.
I like it.
We'd be paying $4 million more, roughly. And you're like, you're stupid, you're crazy. Get you. Here's why we do that. Who do you guys think has more upside?
Monty, it's not close.
Thank you.
Not close.
It's
Where am
not
I going
close.
with this then? If
Yeah.
he's got more upside, trade deadline.
Trade deadline.
MLB.
I love it.
Postseason experience. What could you get? Look at us move him for what we got for Texas.
And-
a couple years ago.
I mean, look what he did with us, and I think,
yeah. Yeah.
you know,
What would teams rather want at the deadline?
Yeah.
Michaelis or Monty?
yeah.
Why I'm doing
I
this,
think
I
he could really
When
turn
Monty
back the clock
ultimately
with us.
signed with the D-backs when he was kind of holding out with the contract. He wanted to go back to the Yankees,
Yeah. You're
Rangers, or
What
us.
team
Yes.
he pitched for?
Those
he
are
did.
the
He
three.
did.
Yes,
So we're gonna bring you back.
Didn't
we're
he?
gonna embrace
Didn't he
you.
fire? What's his name?
he
Boris?
fired
I
Boris.
think
Yeah.
so, and I don't blame him. But we're going to welcome back big arms. You're going to pitch great, and we're going to swap you for something else and send you to another World Series winner. Win-win deal, guys.
Love it.
So we're paying for prospects on this.
You thought we were gonna think you was
I did.
crazy, but we love it.
Man, all right, there we go. I'm back in like rare form tonight. Here we go. So that's all I got for Cardinals. Hey Mo, get in contact here. This insight right here. I mean, come on, I'll send you a resume, all that. It's not very extensive. Fantasy championships, but
Not
about it.
don't
Actually,
don't,
pretty extensive fantasy championships.
Yes, I had a good one.
don't look at us pick 'em.
But yeah, no. This is
Baseball,
baseball,
baseball.
not football. Yeah, baseball. But I
That's true.
actually think these make sense, and I could go more in depth. Like we might do a YouTube one, guys, to watch where we break down the contracts, the money, the salary,
Yep.
and the 2025-26 outlook for them.
Yes.
It's up
yeah.
here.
And we
So-
can do some prospects.
All right.
We'll have a
Absolutely.
big Cardinals
Let's talk
YouTube
about some,
winner.
top free agents.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, we've already mentioned like 5 times. You want to just start right at the big cherry on top? Go with him.
Mr.
Bambino
Juan
himself.
Yeah.
Soto.
Yeah, the Dominican Bambino.
I think they just call him Baby Bambino. But
That would work too.
Yeah.
I mean, there we go. But okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think he stays.
I
What
think
you
he
just
stays
said.
too.
Okay. Does he not look like fits the
He
Yankee
fits the Yankees.
legendary?
You got that short right
Oh
field
my
for
gosh!
him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a better spot for him at all.
Speaking of
I've
fantasy,
seen some inklings of him going to Baltimore, though.
I saw.
they afford
Here's
him,
the
though?
thing.
Yeah.
Look who they've got to pay.
Yeah.
Brenner, Adley.
Well,
like,
that's if you go for it this year, you're gonna have to get rid of some of
Yeah.
those contracts or let them walk.
Yeah, I don't. See
They're
him spending that
they're
kind.
heading for the Cubs kind of
Yes.
path
Cool.
is what
I
they
like
are.
that.
Too much,
Cool.
too fast.
too
Yeah.
much too fast.
And this next guy, Burns, they're in the market for him. Like, I don't think it's realistic. The Dodgers, that's the one that I'm like, I'm not going to like baseball if you go there.
Yeah.
I think there's more smoke there than fire.
I think
don't-
he resigns with Baltimore.
See, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Yankees,
Soto.
New York.
Oh, you said Burns for a
we'll get
second.
to him.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to him next. But
Yeah.
Soto, we're across the board New York because I don't
Yeah.
buy this. Like, oh, they're mad they didn't win the World Series. Like, they got to
They
the
got
World
there.
Series. They
Yeah.
have a good core. They have
Yankees
a good
fans
team.
are spoiled. You made it to the World
Yeah.
Series. Come on.
Yeah.
And do you think
It's been a while for you guys. Be happy
Yeah.
about it.
Absolutely, yeah. And I mean, he fit there. It seemed like he enjoyed it there. And here's the thing: do you really think they're going to be upstaged again by the Dodgers for a free agent?
No.
Not a chance.
I don't think so. I think Steinbrenner's
If this was
not gonna let that happen.
if this was a few years ago, Dodgers wouldn't have all the free agents.
right, exactly.
if old-
yeah.
if
a
old
Red
George-
Sox Yankees A-Rod situation.
Yeah. I think they're going to be like, we ain't getting beat at our own game again.
Yeah.
So I think
Don't
he's there.
don't let George Steinbrenner roll in his grave
Yeah, exactly. And that would happen.
Yep.
He goes,
Yep.
across the country.
because he would
so.
never let that happen.
Agreed.
And as I said,
100%.
the Dodgers wouldn't have everybody they have if he
No,
was still here.
You're right. You're right. But I do. I think they've reached deep in their pocketbooks,
Yeah.
and I think he's back. So, Burns. What do you guys think on Burns?
I said that a second ago. I think he stays.
You think he stays?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's one team I want to throw at you that I think he might go, and it's in the division, Boston. Why do I say that? Because they are a big market team. I think they overachieved this last year.
Yeah.
They have money.
Honestly,
They're a sleeping giant.
They were ahead of where they should be.
They
Yes.
were. They were. What do they need?
Pitching.
Ace. They need an ace. They
yeah.
have the staff fillers, actually. They've got depth
Bayo
without-
being your starting is
Right.
not, or your
Bayo, Howe,
opening day.
Whitlock, like they've got some arms, but they don't have that ace. And they have money. I could see it.
Yeah.
I'm between them and Baltimore. I'll give you guys
Yeah.
that. I do think Baltimore will make a strong push. for
Yes.
him. I think he's in the East, powerhouse team.
You're already there. You already know that that's a capable team that's only going to get better for a while here.
Absolutely. And I think Baltimore's perspective, they need to sign him.
Yes.
They don't have G-Rod hasn't really stepped up to the ace. He's had injuries.
Mm-hmm.
They have everything else in their system. Don't have an ace. And come get Helsley from us, and there you go. So,
Yeah.
hey guys.
Another team that I thought for him that doesn't have a healthy ace,
Mm-hmm.
my Miracle Mets.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call. I'd wondered
They
that.
don't have an ace that isn't on AARP.
No.
So,
Or they're paying another team.
Yeah, or they're paying him for somewhere else.
I mean, you gotta think about that. That team is one step away from making the World Series
Yep.
themselves.
And their owner's perspective. He wants to win.
Yes, he
wants
does.
to win.
He does.
That-
That's a good call.
Cohen
That is a
puts
good
money
call.
out there. So
Yeah.
I could see them taking a step to
I
try
could
to
see
make
that too.
moves for. They'll
Yep.
probably poke around at Soto.
Yeah.
They probably won't get a deal done, but I could
I
easily
think they'll make
see
a
them
swing
landing
at him.
Burns.
I really do. That's what I meant to mention the Mets in there. I think we're going to mention those guys. There's a lot of teams we're going to mention on a lot of these
Yeah.
guys. They're your big. You got like 10 teams that are big ticket teams.
Yep.
Have a chance to win. Have the money. Going to do it.
I think the Mets will kind of poke around at all.
I like
these
that.
guys.
I like that. Yeah, I do too. One I don't. Okay, let's go with Blake Snow because I was going to have him going to the Mets.
Okay.
You kind of see the same
I think
fit?
if they don't get Burns,
Yeah.
then they're probably going to be right after. They're definitely looking for an ace.
Yeah, he opted out. He wants his term. He got his
Yeah.
AAV this last year. He wants his term. I could see them doing that. I could. I'd rather
Absolutely.
have Burns because the track record, the injury history.
Yep.
But I think if they don't get him, that's where I've got Snell going.
I agree.
Thoughts? You
Yeah,
see it?
I agree.
All right, let's go to. Here's a good one. The trash can banger himself, Bregman. What do you guys think there? You think he resigns?
I don't think so. I actually saw him as a potential landing place being St. Louis.
Well,
Oh.
I don't see that.
I don't
really
see that.
don't
I see what
that.
you're getting, but I don't see
Yeah, like if Nato gets moved, is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? And
yep.
then, yeah.
it. We don't need to do what the Rockies did.
I know.
Chris Pratt.
Pay you to go elsewhere, and that's a good call.
Yeah.
I had a trash can banging reunion in mind, as in Detroit. AJ Hinch, his old manager down
gosh.
there.
Mm.
Why I say that? Hey, they've been a pretty good team this last year. They made a
They
run.
did.
No
They
one
did
saw.
make a run.
They could use that veteran bat there. They actually have money. Like I mean, there's
And then they'll hire Beltran
forget
as the
about
hitting
that.
coach.
But they need.
exactly. See, hey,
They need another.
dark ways work, man.
Yeah.
They need another pitcher though, don't they?
Yeah, behind
Pretty
Scoop,
bad.
They do. I think they will make a splash.
At least,
next
yeah,
time.
they got Scooble, so they don't need the top end.
No, but there's more guys down there. I think honestly, I'll go ahead and go to Flaherty. I think
Yeah.
they might
They-
make a push
that-
to bring him back.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
see
one.
that.
He was really good in Detroit,
He
actually.
was very good in Detroit, and that's what got them to LA. Got them
Yep.
prospects.
Yes.
It worked out well. I think they're going to push for it. I really do. Like I think their window, they proved it. It's there. That's what got Flaherty going. You got anything else on Bregman? The next one?
Nope.
What do you guys think of Big Willie Adames there? Had a heck of a year.
Welcome to the Dodgers.
The guy's going to get paid. I don't know if the Dodgers actually fall for that, though.
I don't know. Here's the thing. Tommy Edman complicated that. As good
That's
as he
true.
played
He
at
can
That
play
is true.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know, and also there's been rumors
But then it's
of
also Tommy
I don't think
Edman.
there's anything Adamas can do that Edmund can't, except
one
Adamas
more
has
power,
more pop. Yeah.
one more pop. But and he's the other thing with Edmund is it's only one more year. And he's a free agent too.
And Edman can play literally anywhere.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think Adamas can play most infield positions.
Lux can bye.
Edman can play center field.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I did have Dodgers as my
Yeah.
favorite for him.
Okay.
I don't think he goes back to Milwaukee. That's not
No,
their
I don't
MO
think
to
so.
go big sea fishing, And I was going through teams like I don't really see another fit.
I think last year we saw the best of Adamas anyhow.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
he picked a. Glaber Torres should have watched him. Like that's
That's how you do a
That's
how
contract
you get a
year.
contract.
That's
son.
a contract
That's it.
year right
That's
there.
it.
That's how you do a contract year.
I'm gonna pivot. There's one more team I thought about. The Atlanta Braves, possibly.
Okay.
They, after all the injuries they had, I think they're coming back with a vengeance, and I think Fried's gone. We'll get to him in a second.
Yep.
That was their hole. They're playing RC like nothing to play short. He fell off this year. They don't have anyone in the system since they traded Grissom. That could be a fit for Adames. So, a little dark horse there. But we'll go ahead and go to Fried. What do you guys think on him?
I think you have the same line of teams right there. I mean, you have the Mets that are going to look at him.
Mm-hmm.
You have the. Well, I'm drawing a blank. The other team that we were talking about grabbing pitchers.
Boston, LA. Yeah,
Boston,
Boston.
Boston.
I thought Boston. I'm actually going to pivot to the Dodgers because I do not think they get Soto. He's a Dodgers fan. He grew up in LA. He loves it. He has mentioned before wanting to go there. I don't think he's back in Atlanta because they don't let guys get to free agency. They lock up their
Yeah,
homegrown
they do
guys.
lock them up.
Something didn't happen there.
Yeah.
So I don't see it, and I just, like I said, I think they're going to make a splash. I know they have pitching. They don't have healthy pitching, dependable 200 innings. He'd fit in pretty good there, and since they've deferred all this money, they can do it.
Yeah.
So
You think Detroit might be interested in it?
yes,
that
I
was
do.
who I was
Yes,
going to bring
do.
up, too.
Yes, I do. I could see
Yeah,
that.
I was going to bring up Detroit, too.
Yep,
So
Detroit's in there. Let's go one more here.
we'll
What do you
do
guys
one
think
more.
of Polar Pete?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I think he circles back. And that's
I,
what
yeah,
I can see
that
him-
makes the most sense.
I don't see
I don't-
them letting him walk.
I don't either. Where this gets interesting is if the Yankees lose Soto. Rizzo's gone. If they're just like, screw it, we're getting another big name. I could see them pivoting there.
Yeah.
But I have Soto going there. I think these guys stay in New York. Like, Pete's made for New York, I think.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Dude, he loves the Broadway, the atmosphere. Like,
He does.
he's the freaking polar bear, guys. So
Freaking Pulver.
I got him there. Let's go ahead and take a break. Right, we are back, and my baseball oracle here mentioned that might have just glanced over one little detail here that we did not talk about the guys that have already
Yes.
Yeah.
made some noise this offseason and signed.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
you called it with the Cole deal.
Yeah.
He opted out and is back. I don't think anyone's surprised by that.
So I actually had a little bit of I read some on it today where
You did
I
what?
did some research.
You
here.
read?
I did some research.
What?
Breaking news.
Breaking news, he did
Yeah.
research, guys.
So,
The world might end because he did research.
What actually happened here is Garrett Cole opted out,
Yes.
and then he thought that the Yankees would exercise their option to opt in. Opting
Okay.
in gave Garrett Cole an extra $21 million.
So, of course, he's going to do that.
He tried that. The Yankees were like, nope.
No,
And then Cole's like, okay, never mind. I'll take the original. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So-
I hadn't really looked into that. Interesting.
That
I'm
is
not
very
surprised
interesting.
because he was a Yankee fan growing up. Was
Yeah.
thrilled to go there free agency. So kind of, I thought they'd work something out.
Yeah.
But that's funny how that worked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
So
game
he's like,
equal
I want to
two.
ask for the more money
Yeah.
here. It's like, I'm
Yeah.
opting out. And they're like, we're not giving you that option. And they're like, he's like,
It's like, good
I'll
try.
stay.
All right, I'm
we still
opting
run this
in.
organization. No
Yeah.
thanks. You go another Cy Young, then we'll talk again. But also, Cody Bellinger, he, not a surprise, exercised his player option.
Yeah.
Kind of had a down year injuries. I figured he'd do that.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to try again next year, get some more money. Waka, love this one.
Yeah, re-signed with KC.
My boy getting paid. I'm
Yeah,
a Waka
get
fan
paid.
way back.
Yep.
3 years, 51 mil, I believe is what he got. This makes sense on both sides.
And we thought his career was over 5 years ago.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, oh darn, he got out of St. Louis and look at what he's doing. The shoulder's better now. It happens.
Yeah, that was just an injury thing.
It was. It really was. You
Stop
can't-
bashing everything on the Cardinals whenever you don't have all the info.
Yeah, we can't make shoulders healthy.
No.
There you go.
No, we cannot.
Roki Saki's name's been brought up in Japan. I might be wrong, but I don't think he comes here because the club that owns him gets more money next year if he will
if he
choose-
chose next year.
If they
so.
keep him one more year, and they have his posting rights.
Yes.
They don't have to release him. And it was said that, okay, he's going to hardball them and may not pitch this year. They're like, okay, fine, you're not hurt. These teams are still going to pay you.
Yeah.
Like, that's even better than you may be getting Tommy John or something. So he has no leverage, is my point.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's another year. If not, I could see the Mets being a big player for him.
Okay.
Dodgers, because they get everybody. So
Mets are in the World Series next year.
I like it. You heard it here first. This is like not doubting Ohtani. I'm not doubting you and your Mets. No way. Also, Freddie Peralta, I think, will get picked up by the Brewers.
Yep.
$8 million option. No brainer. Ozuna, 16 mil Braves. I think those guys get picked up.
Yep.
Agree?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay.
16 mil seems cheap for Ozuna right now, the way he's been hitting.
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a heck of a deal. Peralta, 8 mil, even though he didn't have the best year. I mean, for that arm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
case upside, no brainer. Also, Jordan Montgomery, I'm pretty sure he's not going to opt out of that. They're paying him like $25 million,
Yeah.
$22 million to pitch terribly.
Even though they
so-
said it was the biggest mistake they made.
Yeah, he's like, that's fine. I still get my money. I don't care.
Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, it's all
Pay me,
good.
write the check.
I get paid to give up 6 in the first. It's
Pay
fine.
me, trade me, I don't care.
As long as I get paid, man. So that's where I'm at with that one. We'll jump back into some more free agents. We've hit the big guys. Mm-hmm. Anthony Santander, though, he's another one. Picked a great year. To have a great
Well,
year.
he's actually the last 2 years has shown a pretty good amount of pop.
He has. First time All Star, over 40 homers this year.
Yep.
Big bat.
I think he was low 30s, high 20s the year before. So I mean,
Yes, he's been a good bat. for
yeah,
a
he
while.
has been a good bat.
He just really broke out. All right. You guys got one, or you want me to go first? And this is
Okay,
kind
you
of
can
wishful
go.
thinking.
You can go first.
My other team across the state, KC, baby.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Bobby Witt, Perez is still there.
That is a team that is trending
Vinny
up
P.
and trending up fast.
Yes, they
So,
are. I like it.
They
Yeah.
need an outfield bat.
Yeah, they do.
And I think they got
Their
money to
pitching
spend.
is ridiculous, and
Yes.
their lineup just needs to
Yes.
be boosted. So
Yep.
that's a good spot. Another guy that if they aren't able to get Santander is if they look into higher K rate, but they get Teoscar Hernandez.
I agree. That
Yeah.
was going to be the pivot. If they don't get
Okay.
Santander, I think there'll be players there. And that's the next guy. So you guys get there, you think?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
that. I like
Yeah,
that
I
a
can
lot.
see either one of those guys going to Kansas
Yeah,
City.
yeah. Teoscar, honestly,
He'll
I
probably
don't
be a
know.
little cheaper. I think he's older, isn't he?
They're about a wash. Santander's older than you realize.
Okay.
He's about 30.
Okay.
They're very close.
Teoscar's just
I mean,
been relevant longer.
They've got, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Santander was a late bloomer. Teoscar kind of fell off a little, and then he came back in LA. What a surprise. I don't think he goes back there unless they miss on a lot of things.
Yeah.
I wonder if he goes to Toronto. He's been there, was great there. I've heard mixed bag with them what they're going to do. I could see them actually moving on from someone like Bichette in a trade, but bringing in another piece. They've got money, too.
I have heard some inklings about them being able to walk away from Bichette. So.
Yeah, we'll get to that on the trades,
Yeah.
but we're definitely going to touch on that. We'll
Yeah.
circle back. So I don't feel good about that one. I'm not really sure on Teoscar, but I'll say Toronto. What the heck?
Okay.
Jerkson Profar, that was another one, had a heck of a year. I actually think him and San Diego work something out. I really do.
Yeah.
I could see
He
that.
fit there so
He does
good.
fit really well.
He's
You
about
know.
10 years late on showing up to be the player he should have been.
Yeah.
You
Legit.
remember back then it was Profar and Tavares.
Yeah,
Top
they were.
prospects in
Yeah, there was
baseball.
people
Yep.
saying that we should have traded,
Yeah,
swapped.
yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just not going to touch that. But neither
Yeah.
one of his careers worked out, so different reasons there. But we'll move on to Christian Walker. I'm going to be bland with this. I think he signs back with the D-backs. He's
Yeah.
34.
I
That
didn't realize
surprised me.
he's that age. Which, I mean, we held him around in the minors for a good bit.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, he late bloomer, and he's fit well there. He's not going to get a lot of years. The only one I'll be like is could he be a fallback for the Yanks if stuff goes bad for them? Soto, first base. I'm sorry, Rizzo's gone.
Yeah, Rizzo's gone.
yeah.
And him in that ballpark. Oh man, that could be fun.
They need to get a faster first base, and they can just run it to first, so Careful doesn't have to care.
You're just getting paid too much to cover first guys. One of you guys has to take care of that. Gosh, you don't want him to pull a hammy. Come on, he's like 33. Yeah, this guy's 34, even better. Oh crap. I'm a lot of relievers on the market. You got Estevez, Clay Holmes, all those guys. I don't really know. I mean, with relievers,
Relievers are
it's-
tough, and
Yeah.
who wants to really give them money, to be honest about it?
I agree. I'll say don't do like we did with what was the Colorado guy back in the day we signed after
Yeah,
Christmas
I
and
can't
was
remember.
terrible. But don't do that. Sign
Yeah.
him and give him a full off
Greg
season.
Holland.
Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was terrible.
We
That was
signed him
terrible.
on opening day.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was after Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well after Christmas. Walker Buehler and Shane Bieber. Two guys. I'm really intrigued to see where
They
they
could
go.
stay healthy. They'd be elite.
Uh-huh.
Right. Buehler, I mean, did a guy raise his stock in postseason more than him? The way he pitched the World Series in LCS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had a bad year. Coming off
He
Tommy
did.
John, stuff looked diminished. Look at what he did. Will somebody be stupid and give him a lot of money?
Yes.
Unlikely. Just zero doubt.
Yeah, that was not a question
I
to
love
me.
that. Yes.
This actually sounds like the signing the Mets actually made.
Yes, it does. It does.
We saw something. We saw something. I would say that, but after they got burned so bad on your AARP pictures,
Well,
I don't know.
At least this guy doesn't have an AARP
That's true.
card.
He just has two Tommy John
Yeah.
surgeries.
They're gonna get a package deal with him and Gavin Stone.
Oh my gosh. I love it. I actually think they bring Minaya back. That's who I've got coming back to the Mets. He had a great year there. I like his stuff. I think he's a Met. Who was the other? Buehler? I don't know. I don't have a team, and I just agree with you. Someone will be stupid.
Yeah.
Give him more than they should.
Yeah.
He'll probably get hurt and not be the same. So, am I nuts or just Shane Bieber?
Yes.
Thank you. We know that. Honey, you're out
Anyways,
there, you agree?
the
Shane
actual
Bieber.
question.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm like, Cardinals, I think Shane Bieber could make sense because, okay, here's another one that you could get him like a 2-year deal, backload it, like Brandon Woodruff. Bieber's not going to pitch this next year till like maybe end of the year. Not like where DeGrom was at this year. You may be backloaded. You might have something next year, and you might have something that you could think about as another trade piece.
Yeah.
Be creative here,
To
guys.
be fair, that's where DeGrom's at every year. Right?
And
Yeah.
hurt or a trade piece? Hurt?
Hurt.
Both.
Yeah, hurt.
Where he's
exactly.
available in the second half of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah. Bieber's a little younger, but basically
Yeah,
the same thing.
that I like
Yeah.
it because it also he's not pitching this year, but you think not this next year after Cardinals pitching is going to be Hopefully
more
better.
relevant. Yeah.
It could be.
There's
yeah.
arms down there that could make that
Yeah,
pretty interesting.
There is potential.
There-
There is. I don't know if anyone's ASAP side, but we got a lot of guys.
We do
that
have an
are
ace
2,
up side.
3.
He's just small.
That's fair.
You don't
Lance,
you don't like him as much as I do.
I like him. I'm worried. Let me put it that way. I like him, the durability.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about him on
Yeah,
another
hey,
one.
Tim Lincecum won 2 Cy Youngs.
That's
That's
true.
right.
That is. Well, yeah, he had something else going for him too that made him not hurt. So I'll just say that.
Okay.
You know? He was wearing a hoodie in St. Louis is 90 degrees. So, you know. Okay, the last Bieber. If I had to predict, I think he goes back to the Guardians. I do. And I think he's going to basically bet on himself in like 2 years.
Okay.
I think he'll get a contract in a few years.
Get a proven
Small one.
contract.
Exactly for this one. That's really all for free agents. I want to hit you guys, though, with some trade ideas here.
Okay.
We touched on this earlier with the Blue Jays. I don't see how it's possible that they sign Vlad and Bichette long term. And I know who, if it was me, I would pick. It's Vladdy all day, baby.
I don't know. Bichette's been more consistent.
Hurt? Consistently hurt?
Consistently, you
You look at
trash
their
part
numbers,
of the-
Vladdy, man, the upside is higher.
Yes.
Vladdy,
Yes.
way higher. And if you actually look at the numbers, Bichette, I don't want to say he's more of a name than
He's been
production.
streaky, too.
Last 2 years, he's been more of a name than production. Like
Yeah.
he's not been great. I think they are not going to attach themselves to that, and right now is the time to trade him. I think.
Okay.
If I'm them, I'm calling up Seattle. Somebody that needs a bat bad. That could be a fit. I think Seattle will make a move for a bat. You guys got any destination for Bichette other than that, or do you agree with him getting traded in general?
I think
think
could
he
see him
will
getting
get traded.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe to Kansas City. Maybe they need a bat.
Well, I don't know where he'd fit there with Witt.
Throw him in the outfield.
That athlete will play. He's fast.
That's-
Sure. There you go.
The Padres have done that. They basically just like,
They have
hey,
team of
have
shortstops.
you played shortstop before?
Yeah.
We'll just throw you in the
They have a
outfield.
team of shortstops.
Yeah.
That's-
You're right, and the bats play. Good call. Okay, screw it. He's going to KC. There we go. Okay, I've heard Luis Castillo could get moved, and this makes sense, I think, if they bring a big bat in. Like, I don't know that I'd want to move him, but they've got so much young pitching and depth in Seattle with Kirby, Gilbert, all these guys. Woo.
If he gets traded, trade him somewhere warm.
Oh, can you send him to Dominican to pitch for the first 2 months and then bring him back in the summer? Like, 'cause I was thinking he went to Seattle. I'm like, no, it is kind of cold there.
It's
All
cold
right,
there
fine.
like all year.
Now send everybody goes to the Dodgers. It's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
Padres.
Padres.
Maybe.
Yep. I was
Possibility.
actually about to say Padres.
I think that actually makes sense. When I first heard it, I was like, no. And we're gonna pick on the White Sox again. Why would you not trade Crochet or Robert right now? Like,
Yeah, you got to.
you got lucky. Crochet didn't blow his arm out second half.
Yes.
2 years of control, I believe, left. Do it.
Yeah.
Robert, his contract actually isn't that bad. Like, it's easier to get him than what he's going to be cheaper than like if you get a Santander, if you get Teoscar free agency. That could be a fit for a lot of places.
Yes.
So I like it. You guys don't think I'm as crazy
Yeah.
as I really am.
I mean,
We also have known you all of our
Yeah,
lives.
I mean, there's been a lot of thoughts brewing too the last
Yeah.
month or so. It's scary. I got one
We know the level of
Yeah.
crazy to begin with, so
Brief moments of brilliance, a lot of crazy. Last one before we got to go, Devin Williams. I think he could get moved because it's the Brewers, and they do stuff like that. And to their credit, they make it work a lot of times, and they have pitching depth. They've had a lot of luck in their bullpen. Move him for some assets, could happen. Could happen. He's only a year left. He's a free agent. So,
that makes a little sense then.
yeah, there's been...
I don't know why you wouldn't sell any reliever
I
before
agree.
their contract.
Yeah,
before they
yeah.
get paid at this
I
Yes.
agree. Like, unless you're like slam dunk, I'm winning the World Series.
Yeah.
Like, do it.
Yeah.
Move them. They
Yeah.
get hurt and they're replaceable. So, that's about all the big names I've got. You can look deep, find hypothetical theories for a lot more guys.
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah, that's where we're at. So, you guys got anything else?
Nope, I
Pretty
think
good
it's time to
episode.
wrap her up.
Yeah,
yeah.
I missed you guys. This was great.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's been
I
great
missed you
being
all
back.
Nation,
Yeah.
so,
All
thank
right,
you.
follow us on all of our social media. Like, comment, subscribe. We've been hitting the uploads hard on YouTube as
Yeah,
well,
absolutely.
so give us some love on that. So,
What they said. I
alrighty,
love it. So, stay classy, Southern Illinois.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.